Hey guys, it's me, Kimberly Clark. Welcome back to my channel. This is a demo for the eye look you see before you. This lovely, greeny, yellowy, softy, cut, creasy look. Welcome to my demo. So a lot of people requested or were interested in the eye look that I rocked in my third anti-haul video, that kind of bluey, purpley, colorful, softish cut crease look. The palette that I used in that look was the Urban Decay Electric palette, blue and purple and pink stuff. The last video that I filmed was my Perfect Palette 2 tag video, and in that I talked about this palette, the Wet n Wild Boardwalk Boozin' palette, and how I never ever use it. This has like a blue, a purple, and a pink, similar to some of these. So I was like, what if not only I did the demo of the look that everybody loves, but also use this palette that I never use just to kind of get some use out of it. So then I was like kind of working on my face and everything, and then I was like, ugh, I really don't want to do like that same exact look. I just hate doing the same look twice. So I was like, okay, what if I use like the same methodology so it'll be like a helpful demo, but I use different colors. I'll use like green and yellow and whatever, so it'll be a different look. Anyway, so that's what I did today. I will freaking do that demo for that look that everyone really liked, just because I would love to, I really want to use these shadows again and do a demo, because to be honest, I had a fucking horrible time with these. I'm really interested in this kind of structure that I'm doing for like the eye and eyebrow shape that I've been doing recently. So this tutorial will show you exactly how I do that. Of course, you could use any colors, any shades, any products to achieve this look. I'm really more interested in showing you kind of techniques and shapes and things that I do to get the look. Teach a man to fish, teach a man to look like a fish, and he'll eat forever. Anyway, enjoy the demo. Here we go. Hi. So I'm starting off with all of my powder and cream contouring done. And I'm using this Wet n Wild Boardwalk Boozin' palette. Starting off with my NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the shade Milk, as per all of my eye looks, and then just blending that out with an e.l.f. eye contour brush. Then taking a cheapo e.l.f. eye brush and that yellow shade Wet. I'm spraying it with some MAC Fix Plus to kind of really amp up that pigmentation. And I'm patting that onto the inner third of my eyelid. Then I'm going back in and adding some more of that product dry, just to make that color really pop. And I'm apologizing in advance for the autofocus of my camera and this ridiculous Hawaiian shower curtain backdrop. Sorry. Then I'm taking this kind of greenish chartreuse shade from that same palette, also wet, and packing it on the center of my lid with the other side of that same e.l.f. shader brush. Then I am taking that same shade on an e.l.f. crease brush and just gently blending that yellow and green shade together. Then on a clean brush, I'm taking this deeper green shade and packing it on to the outer third of my eye. I'm using this product dry, and you can see in contrast to the other two shades, this is applying a little bit more patchy. Now, I think this is also the formula of this shade versus the other two. It's just very inconsistent. I'm using that crease brush to kind of blend this into where I'm going to be placing my crease. This kind of deeper green shade is really just a base for the darker matte shades that I'm going to apply to really cut out the shape of my eye. Then taking my trusty Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and using the shade Semi-L, which is one of my favorite kind of like mid-toned crease shades. Just a neutral medium beige, and I'm taking that on the Urban Decay Electric palette shader brush and carving out my crease. Now this is just slightly above my natural crease, not too crazy high so I get the double eyebrow effect, but high enough to really open up my eye. And I'm taking that around the outer V of my eye and blending it slightly in. Then on an e.l.f. crease brush, I'm taking this kind of yellowy neutral shade Latus from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I am blending out that shade. Then taking this kind of warmer, medium, dark shade Citry from that same palette, and on that same brush, deepening up that crease. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of overlapping that green shade and just really creating a lot of depth and blending with an e.l.f. crease brush. Then I'm taking the black from the palette, which is the shade Shacks on the smaller side of that Urban Decay brush, and I am very precisely tracing the cut of my crease and taking it out and around, creating an outer V. Once I have placed that shadow, I'm going to then blend it out with that same e.l.f. crease brush. I'm then taking that black matte Shacks shade on an e.l.f. crease brush and just deepening up that outer corner and blending it inward. And then once the product is almost gone, I'm blending out the outer edges of that crease. Then I'm taking a clean Morphe blender brush and further blending out the outer edges of the crease. And going back in with that e.l.f. shader brush and that green shade and adding more color to the lid. And then adding some of that silver shade from the Boardwalk Boozin' palette on to the inner corner. I didn't quite like that, so I added even more yellow. And then I got some on my crease. And then I had to clean it up with my Urban Decay brush. You know, I just didn't have the best time with this Boardwalk Boozin' palette, not gonna lie. But I think it worked. At this point, I always do my brows. Today, for my brows, I'm doing a kind of more natural brow that starts closer to my crease on the inner part of my eye and has a slightly more defined arch. Using my NYX eyeliner in brown, and then I'm adding an ombre of 3 shades from the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette to kind of create a deepening effect the further away from the center of the face to give those brows even more dimension. To further define my brows, I am cleaning up the underside and top of my brows using my MAC Full Coverage Foundation in the shade W10 and a Jane Iredale flat eyeliner brush. If you want to see more info about this technique, check out part 3 in my This Is My Face tutorial where I go over brows. To even further define that kind of ombre, I'm going to just add a little bit of that full coverage foundation on my finger towards the center of the brow. And then, of course, blending out my crease into that brow highlight shade a little bit. Then I am setting that brow highlight with Lattice from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. For under the eye, I am using the MAC eyeliner in the shade Chlorafill. This was a limited edition liner from the Toledo collection from last year. And then I am adding Sephora's eyeliner in Blonde Ambition towards the inner corner, just to brighten that up a little bit. Off camera, I've used my Rimmel Exaggerate waterproof eyeliner and Physicians Formula Eye Booster liquid liner to tightline and do a basic wing. And then I am taking the shade Solace on a Sigma pencil brush from the Kat Von D palette and defining and deepening the outer corner of my lower lash line. Then further deepening it with Shacks and then blending it out with my e.l.f. crease brush. Then adding a little bit of that green and yellow shadow to the inner corner just to set that liner a little bit. Ugh, those Wet n Wild shadows were exhausting. Curling my lashes, applying my Diorshow Iconic Overcurl Waterproof Mascara, and popping on some lashes. Today I'm wearing my Illamasqua Grandeur lashes and some custom chopped up lower lashes. Using my Morphe 509 brush, I'm applying Becca Moonstone as a highlight today to the high points of the face and underneath the brow bone. For blush, I'm using ColourPop's blush in Bonus, which is a beautiful peach blush, and I'm just applying this with my finger over top of my highlight and contour. Then I am amping up that blush a little bit using NARS's Super Orgasm blush on a Real Techniques blush brush, then further blending it out with that Morphe highlighty brush. For lips, I'm using my NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Walkyrie. I talk about this in my All About Matte video if you want more info on this. I love this product and I recently purchased some more shades. I can't wait to show them to you. This pencil is so lovely and precise and matte and opaque that I don't even need a liner for it. I can just use the pencil as a liner. It is fabulous. I am, however, using a precision lip brush just to kind of precisely overdraw my lips. Then I'm cleaning up again with that MAC Full Coverage Foundation in the shade W10. I'm packing some of that ColourPop blush in Bonus on the center of my lip to give it a peachy center highlight. And then to even highlight it more, I'm packing on Becca Moonstone with my finger to the center of the lip. This is a technique that I also talk about in my All About Matte Lips video. Touching up my nose contour and my highlight, just making sure everything is kind of set and perfect. And doing a spritz with my Blue Marble setting spray. And that is the finished look. Chartreusey, simple, soft cut crease, natural-ish drag look. All right, well, thank you for watching that demo. I am happy the way that it turned out. Oh, I have to say, I did forget to add my little beauty mark in that demo when I was filming it. I just kind of, I stopped the camera before I realized I had to put that on. Anyway, so I added that later with my Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liquid Eyeliner, just FYI, if you're a stickler out there for continuity. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out my other videos. Like this video if you found it useful and you want to see more. Like this video if you like my new, like, fancy YouTuber background. Isn't this nice? It's a sheet I got at the dollar store. It was in the sale bin. I'm classy like that. I'm Kimberly Clark. Bye.